Oh, shit. So a couple of years ago, I was scanning through Google Earth looking for uncharted Maya sites, as I like to do every so often. And I was looking in Belize, and I came across these dry cenotes in the middle of the Xibalba jungle just south of a site called Caracol. And I started looking into these, and they seemed really interesting. And I knew that the Maya were fascinated or obsessed with the underworld, which is what they call Xibalba. So I started looking into it, figuring out how I can go down to see one of these. So right now, we're headed up this mountain to rappel down into one of these dry cenotes, where supposedly the remains of burial offerings from the collapse of the Maya still remain. And some of the burials have calcified and crystallized, making a real crystal skull.
But that is to be believed that it was possibly backyard. Right.
That there could have been an old Maya shelter thousands and thousands of years ago. So everywhere I'm walking right here, I'm always looking out for my favorite / least favorite snake, the fertile ants. Highly, highly toxic venom. By some estimates, 3 times as toxic as the rattlesnake. The expedition crew told us that they've seen as many as 7 out here in one day, and sometimes they don't see any at all. But they have some of the most effective camouflage of any snake species in the entire world. I've seen them before, and if you look away for even just a second, you'll look back and you won't be able to spot the snake again. Something about their camouflage is able to avoid the pattern recognition that mammals' eyes come built in with. It's like a glitch in nature. It's really crazy.
Somewhere in Mexico, went to this guy. He was a local shaman. And yeah, for sure. Especially, I'll tell you guys, so local hunters, because man, they have been here for a very long time. They have, been through the jungles and have experienced a couple of things, especially in the jungle, right? Especially back then. That tree right there is a mahogany tree. There's a national tree of Belize. That tree, more than likely more than 100 years old, that has been there, so you can see it's pretty big. As you guys probably know, that when Belize was settled, they were first colonized by the British, they were doing a lot of logging. So they were looking for that specific tree right there. That's where we're going in there.
It's pretty surreal. I've been thinking about this moment for a long time now.
Pick a bench in the bench.
Wow.
Sit and relax.
Look at that over there.
Rope down.
I'm trying to ignore the nervousness.
It's gonna be great.
All right, cool.
Good? Alright then. You step down and 2 feet on the other side. And you look terrified. It's all good.
Yeah, I was pretty scared to do this, but I'm so glad I did.
Alright then, so this is what you can do. Alright, I need you to grab your right hand,
Uh-huh.
put it on the repelling device. You can let go of the rope, the main rope. Put your hand on the repelling device, just like that, and we're gonna repel you down slowly, alright?
Okay.
Alright. Go for it. Look around, look around.
That was 100% the bravest thing I've ever done. Oh, I just had to ignore my nerves. Oh, God. Wow. Wow. Nope. I'm going to be leading people through expeditions, and I had to go first and try to not show that I was as nervous as I was. I cannot believe I just did that. This is one of the most amazing things I've ever done. Hola, amigo. Doing fantastic. So if you're still cracking open an energy drink or preparing yourself another espresso by 3 p.m., then it's probably time to grow up. You know, caffeine doesn't actually give you more energy. It just masks your fatigue, and then once the caffeine wears off, it all comes right back, and that's what we call a crash. Real energy is produced through a process that needs electrolytes, not caffeine. And if you're depleted, no amount of coffee or energy drinks is going to fix that. And I've been guilty of this too. So the resolution for my summer is to energize my afternoons with a much better option. For the last year, both my wife and I have started every single day with LMNT electrolyte packets. Now, instead of cracking open an energy drink in the afternoon, I reach for LMNT's new lemonade iced tea. It just feels like a great option for the summer. It of course has electrolytes, and the black tea extract gives you a much steadier dose of caffeine without the crash that comes with energy drinks. So not only does my energy feel more steady in the afternoons, but by the evening I also feel much more wound down and ready for bed. Meaning the next day I have more energy, which makes the electrolytes I have in the morning and then the black tea I have in the afternoon even more effective. Their lemonade flavor was already my favorite, but I have to say the lemonade iced tea might be even better. Get a free 8-count sample pack of LMNT's most popular drink mix flavors with any purchase. Find your favorite flavor, mine's definitely lemonade or lemonade iced tea, and share it with a friend. Thank you so much to LMNT for sponsoring this video. Now back to the show. What's really fascinating about these little craters in the ground is these dry cenotes create isolated biomes. So you could potentially find animals that nobody knew exist or extinct species down here. All kinds of isolated reptiles and sometimes even mammals live down here. This is an isolated world that's disconnected from the rest of Central America. How was that? Were you nervous at all once you got over the ledge?
Yeah, when he's like, yeah, just keep going. I'm like, bro, that's straight down.
So I almost never talk about it because I'm never really in a position where it's relevant. I really don't have a fear of much of anything other than fertile snakes and heights. And so this little expedition we're doing is the combination of both of those. And so conquering that fear of mine was really, really tough. But the guys I'm here with are joining me on expeditions in the future, real scientific expeditions, going days out into the field. And I just felt like I had to be the one to go first, even though I was the most scared to do that. I'm so glad I did. It was not really as bad as I thought it would be. I just kind of, so you get out over the edge and it's just straight down eventually, and the wall leaves you. And I just never looked down. I just didn't think about it. And I was just thinking, I gotta just get down and to where the point that I'm hanging, and then I think I'll feel a little bit better. But look at this. Well, everybody made it down. Everybody did really well. So the next thing is to explore the bottom of this dry cenote for evidence of the Maya, and then we head into the cave. So the way that some of these cenotes are created are the land falls in, and there are these underground rivers that go underneath all the Yucatan Peninsula, from the Yucatan to Quintana Roo, all the way down to Belize, and maybe even further south. And sometimes they cave in because the ground is hollow. And then when those caves dry out, they create these underground rivers turn into underground cave systems. And they go for miles and miles and miles underneath this whole part of the continent. And the Maya found these thousands and thousands of years ago and thought that they were direct portals into the underworld, which is what they call Xibalba. And sometimes when you explore these underground cave systems, you'll find evidence of Maya offerings with pottery and incense burners. You'll find ritualistic centers. You'll find campfires from where they were staying. Sometimes you'll even find bodies. So what we're searching for today is the evidence of Maya burials, or even the remains of sacrifices. These are a little warm. You must have been holding these close to you, Kenry. The tortillas are warm.
Oh yeah, they were made this morning at 5 in the morning.
No shit.
I should probably stick a quarter.
All of them. Thank you.
Yeah, no. I need a stick of water.
Why you need to stick with water?
Gotta rehydrate after what we did last night.
like the juice.
Go for it, Emilio. Go for it.
You're gonna be in the video. If you want to be.
So when they first discovered the sinkhole, so if you guys possibly already know that a sinkhole is a collapsed cave system. So all of this limestone that you're looking at all around used to be at the ceiling at one point. And you can clearly see that white face up there. That's more than 100 feet of all limestone that was at the ceiling. Possibly there's a couple of theories to it, that it possibly happened when the meteor hit the Gulf of Mexico, just killing the dinosaurs, making all of the cenotes in Mexico, coming all the way down through here, the Great Blue Hole as well, right? Another one could have been an earthquake, probably shook the earth very hard, and it's quite a a lot of limestone, the ceiling couldn't hold its own weight, so it came collapsing down. So we're standing on 260 to over 300 feet of all limestone that was on the ceiling, right? Now, if this was a natural cenote, it would have been a 600-foot rappel, not a 300-foot rappel, especially in this section of the sinkhole, right? And as well, when scientists came to especially map the whole Case Branch River Valley that I was mentioning to you earlier, they found this sinkhole. They came to do a couple of mappings, especially in that cave, and they have found Mayan evidence all around this sinkhole, right? So if you look at this spot right here, you see all of these rocks over there in that section, here on this side, going all around and over there. So those rocks weren't there naturally. They were placed there by the Maya. So they did a couple of excavations right there. If we were to bring a pickaxe and we start picking on the ground, we would find, pottery, pieces of pottery, possibly, flint, and evidence of the Mayas, leaving something back here. So this is known as an altar right here on this section. Now, going into that cave system over there, it is known as petroglyph caves because of Mayan writings that were found in there that we're gonna see in a little bit. All right, sounds good?
So where we had lunch was a modified, flattened out platform that the Maya came and created, probably to perform some rituals or offerings to the god of the underworld, give offerings to Xibalba, as they call it, and probably to eat lunch just like we did today. This is absolutely remarkable. There's nothing surprising about the fact that the Maya would have clearly seen massive cave portals like this as openings into this cosmic underworld. And the fact that these cave systems were never ending must have been even more captivating to their imaginations, to know that these just endlessly continued somewhere deep into the underworld.
So I looked at the guy and I just started laughing. So what the fuck are you laughing? All right, man. Keep looking there. All four of you. You said no kids?
Yeah, I got no free hands though.
Yeah.
Wow.
Step right there. All right. You brace yourself. Information there. 2 hands.
All right.
You can start seeing pattern.
Wow.
Guys, here, those are footholds. Those are footholds. You see right there. Okay, from this side you can clearly see. You can see that there's an X, a square, and an X in between. That is from the British, who made their way in here. Right. So they left their marking as well, that they came in here.
Careful here, buddy. Okay?
Yep.
Switch your steps. Right here. Careful. You could slide down if you could. Ahorita los crossing, ¿va?
Oh, wow.
See, this is the rocks then fixed by the Mayas. The same right here, see?
There's a little altar right
The little altar, another one right there, see?
Right
The
there.
rocks. Yeah, see the rocks? Then,
It's more stacked construction.
oh yes.
So in the United States, we have a lot of construction that's like that from ancient times, where they're building up onto a cliffside using rocks and mortar. But I've never seen the Maya do that before. Right now, this is the first time I've ever seen that.
Okay, this is the made by the Mayas. This is the real Maya evidence.
Yeah, yeah. It's all Maya.
All Maya. You see the here is the mother rock.
Yeah.
The rock beside the leaf, right there. It's right here, see?
Yep.
This is another one, see? This is another one, see the rocks? Right here.
Oh yeah, that's getting all in the snake boots. Oh yeah. Kind of feels good though. I feel like I can hear a waterfall up in front of us. That's definitely something really loud. What is that? What is that noise? Oh, it's the water's flowing. The water's flowing through there. It's falling out. Wow. So that's where the water's falling out right there. Absolutely amazing. Just spilling out of the cave. I bet you could drink this water. It's not surprising why the Maya would have come down here and seen this as some like cosmic otherworld, you know? It's amazing to think about thousands of years, the people that have come down here at different periods. I'm sinking into the river floor. Hey, maybe not, yeah, maybe let's not be so close to each other because one of us could slip and take everybody down.
Here is going to be a little bit tricky, right? See the footholds? Make sure, yep. Right there, right here.
Sounds juicy.
there.
Come up this way?
Right there. And now you turn this way.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's amazing.
So it's all around that section right there. So you can see pieces of femur, pieces of the spine, the hands.
Yep. You can see, yeah, you can see the cranium.
You can see well the
Wow, you can see the jaw.
right there. You can still see the teeth.
Wow. That's incredible. So the Maya they're traveling from, we don't even know where exactly they're entering, do we?
No.
So we don't even know where exactly they're entering. They're venturing all the way up into Xibalba, carrying bodies to bury them here. Just for us to get here from rappelling down, even that was probably the quickest path, and that still took a while. But these guys, this is like a religious journey that they were coming all the way out here for a very dire reason. At the end of the Classic period, the whole Maya world is in chaos. Wars destroyed the Maya world. Now they've cut down all the trees and there's drought. It's not raining anymore. And so they're bringing bodies all the way in here. And actually coming this deep into the cave, when we took the short route, they took the much, much further route. It's really cool to actually see this ancient history in real life and to sit here at a site that they ventured all the way out to in hopes that this offering would save their world. This is crazy. Guys, nobody gets to see this. Amazing, man.
If you stand over right here, you look right in between the formation.
Yeah, you can see a
baby
cranium.
skull right there.
Oh, yeah.
Newborn infant.
Get a photo with the phone. Wow. No, you have to stand. You kind of have to stand where I'm standing.
So
Can we go past you?
we're gonna go right in there, but we take our time, all right?
Okay.
Let me go first. So
All right. All right. Hey, will you film that? And then you can like extend it out and hand it back to me if you need to. Hold it. Push it. There you go. And you can kind of come up here and film me.
All right. So be careful here, right? So people who have come in here by accident, they have brought down one of these rocks and have hit the cranium. So
Oh, really?
Right? So we have to be very careful, right? You can, so right here in this section, you can see it there. Careful there.
Wow.
You can fully extend the camera and you can really see right there.
Careful.
Here's this right here where I'm thinking.
Oh,
Wow.
But yeah, there's one right
So that's a little child, huh?
So we, of course, in all of this chamber up here, we do not fully understand why the Maya were picking specific spots.
Yeah, of course.
Well, not specifically, like pretty random. We're not 100% sure why they were deciding to, you know, for example, that infant right there. Why was he placed in this hole? And he is the only one, he or she is the only one that is right in here, right? Could have been possibly of a member of the Lee family, possibly an infant that, you know, was sacrificed. The
Yeah.
reason being,
Yeah.
you know, of any of the couple of theories, being the main one would have been droughts. So.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And we don't know if they were killing the infants on purpose or if when infants died, rather than just casting their body into the ocean or burying them, it was better to make the journey into Xibalba to give the child back to the underworld, so that hopefully the water maybe drips on the child's body, and and the vitality of the child's body goes back into the earth and helps maize grow again. So it's kind of like a lot of people will say, you know, they were killing the children or sacrificing them, but we don't. I mean, we don't know that for sure.
We don't 100% know that for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, you're right about. There must have been a system in place where they were looking for good spots in these caves to lay the bodies down. And yeah, it's interesting to think about, like, what were their beliefs about what constituted a good place to lay the body, right? Think about making this journey with torches.
Would have been very difficult. All right then, we take our time coming through here. All right, it's gonna be pretty tight, especially.
That's what she said.
Not too late. That's what you say. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you guys please take your time and be super careful back there.
It gets easier. Just crawl like a lion. Stay on, bro. I'm not pretty eager. No.
Hey, Chuck, you can go around, I think. Maybe.
I think so.
Oh my God. This is massive.
It's a huge chamber. Very huge.
You know, what's interesting to think about is there are torches. There's no way to know if the torches were bright enough to be able to see the top. So I wonder if when they come into a room where it's so big, maybe it has something to do with acoustics. They sing and the music reverberates around, and it feels like they've made it into Xibalba, this endless chamber that doesn't actually have walls. Maybe it doesn't have a ceiling because they can't possibly see it or perceive it. And a room like this was the proper room to leave somebody.
Of course, especially right up here that we're going to be visiting, there's a huge column, right? There's possibly, you know, in the Maya beliefs that we already know that they believed in the center of the world there was the tree of life, right?
Uh-huh.
We know that. So they believe that the roots descended down into the underworld. So now there is a column right here that we're
Really?
seeing something. Possibly just makes sense why they placed someone right there as their burial.
Yeah. Hold on, back up. Might need some speed going up here. Golly. This chamber is enormous. There's no way that the Maya with ancient torches could have ever seen the ceiling. Wow.
All right. So you see right in there, can see that it looks like regular formations, but
Mm-hmm.
bones were dashed in here. You can see pieces of the rib, femurs, all different pieces of bone right
Yeah.
in there. And water started dripping at one point through here, and you can see that it has calcified, making everything very sparkly, right?
Wow.
Now, if you stand up right there, and you go and you look on that section over there, this side, so you stand up here,
Stand right here.
take another foot there, then you look right there.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
So you can see natural formations surrounding the skull are still dripping with water. So it was placed there. Don't know why, the reason that it was placed under that formation. Constant water and then calcifying the whole skull, turning it into a crystal skull that you can see there.
Wow. So that man right there, when you're looking at this skull, did I think it was a man or a woman?
We're not 100% sure because of the bones, especially being fully calcified. Studies cannot be made to 100% know if it was a male or female.
Yeah. That person I'm looking at right there witnessed the collapse of Maya civilization and possibly was willingly sacrificed in hopes to save it. Some 1,200, 1,100 years ago. That was a real person who actually saw what the Maya world up at the surface looked like. He went to, I guarantee this person saw Caracol, saw Zenantinich, saw Cajalpec, maybe Lamanai, and actually went there. It's just crazy. Very rare you get to see stuff like this. Oh my God. So this is what you said they may have thought was the world tree. What the hell is this? This doesn't even look natural.
This formation. Possibly they were playing music in here.
Yeah. Well, it's funny how a lot of those cave rocks give off that kind of harmony, like you can beat on them.
Each one up.
Look at that one.
Like a Christmas tree. It was a higher pitch.
High pitched tune. Right?
Wow. So they could have found this. If they'd found this formation, they would have almost certainly thought that this was significant, like a shrine
Of course.
of some kind.
So now
And it
those
sits,
rituals-
this sits directly in the center of this chamber.
But we're not 100% certain that they were doing ceremonies or rituals in here because of the little bit of pottery that is found in here. Because if you see closer, there are only little pieces around here. And usually where there's a lot of pottery, of course you know that the rituals were being played because it was broken. all of them were known to be ceremonial. So when you're sliding down, try to follow the slide, right? Don't go off that little rock over there. You're gonna
I will
fly
try.
this high, all right?
Hey, you want to get a photo with my, or get a video with my phone? Oh shit! Woo! Shit! That was oh my god, that was dangerous. Yeah, I'm good. I'm totally fine.
Holy shit. That was awesome.
Careful. Dude,
That looked worse than it was. Right? It did.
you pick up some serious speed doing that.
Dude, you were going sideways, dude, man. You were scared for you. This was the most watered down. Holy shit! Nick was able to.
This is crazy.
Man.
Tell you what, this is actually kind of refreshing.
Yeah, of course. Oh god. After hiking all day today,
Yeah.
this is the best thing ever.
Going.
All right then.
So
You're gonna grab the carabiner right there, this one on the rope. You're gonna attach it to your sea harness, and you come up. All right?
hey,
We'll need to go first.
care if I go first?
Sure.
I'm trying to go around you, Nick.
If you need something to hold on to, I got something.
I know you do. But it's not big enough for me to hold on to with
What?
full hand.
That's not what you said
Might
before.
break.
Okay, so what am I doing? I'm
Yeah,
attaching
you're
this
attaching it to your sea harness, right?
to this
sea
right here.
harness, yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna go around.
There. All right, so you put one foot on top, right there. And you grab. Put it there, man. See? Use this. Keep using it. All right. Use the rock when you make your way up. Dale lazo, ahí va para arriba. Timing. Dale.
Do I have any other option?
See this shit?
Yeah. Nice.
So here we go.
There you go.
Let me see.
arriba y otra parte acá y están las piedras. Ahí está
This would
lindo.
look easier.
Yeah, that was the way he went down here.
¿Vas que se ayudan con el lazo?
Sí, un poco.
Con el lazo no, hombre, pero solo las puras una piedra que
Sí, usted, yo no sé cómo puta lo hizo, chico. Keep holding the rope, man. Keep holding the rope. If you slip, you're gonna hold on to that, alright?
no, aquí, pero venga, güey. Aquí que se siente y que se vaya ahí. Aquí le voy a medio ayudar yo. Ahí para.
Alright. Throw your leg all the way to the other side.
Just come to this side.
Where am I throwing my line?
Yeah,
This way.
right there. There you go. Drag it.
Bring your other leg.
I guess it wasn't that Cambodia was so great. It's just that it was such a big surprise.
Where are you going? Pues todavía vamos a amarrar a un individuo aquí. Let me hear one of your guys' jokes.
Luke's the comedian.
John is a comedian?
Lucas.
Lucas?
My jokes are more like reaction jokes though. I can't come up with anything funny. I can't come up with like a setup or anything.
Dale, sócale!
I just know really fucked up jokes.
So am I able to lean back on this?
No,
No, we
this
don't.
one is try to climb. So use the rock around you to step up, alright? Sócale, sócale!
Shit, I burnt one.
Ten apretado esa vaina porque...
You ain't got any
Here
juice.
it is. For right here.
I'm just reading like the typical 6 million.
Sócale, apriete esa vaina. Yeah, that feels familiar, right? The handle. You have to stand up there. Careful with your head.
Yeah, watch your head here.
This is Belize True Adventures.
So do most people just do the rappel down and the stairs out, or do they do this?
Most people do the overnight, then they come out on the stairs.
Gotcha.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You don't come this way?
no.
Wow.
Come.
This way?
Yeah, the big boulders there, people down.
Por ahí esperarlo.
And just let it run for a little bit.
You go more to your left, buddy, John. Go more to your left.
online?
Don't want to grab onto that. Well, after going through that, it is undeniably obvious why the Maya were so captivated and curious by caves. And its endless nature, how they just go on for miles and miles and miles. The Maya probably never found the end of them, and it's no surprise why they believed that they were cosmic portals into the underworld. And that maybe if they kept exploring them, they could eventually reach the underworld. Or maybe it's when they found those giant chambers where it was so high that they couldn't see the ceiling. That was when they knew that they had reached an area of Xibalba, and that was the place to give forth your offering to Xibalba, or leave the sacrifice. Fuck me, that didn't feel good. Well, I wasn't looking, and I just got stabbed by a tree. That didn't feel good at all. I've got thorns lodged in my pants. All right, so note to self, pay more attention to the jungle than I pay to the camera, because I just stabbed the crap out of my leg with that barbed tree. Pretty sure there's a bunch of barbs stuck in my leg right now, and it is absolutely burning hot for some reason. I'm told that they're not poisonous barbs, but it really does not feel good. But that's fine. I'd rather it be spiky, sharp barbs of a tree than the fangs of a fer-de-lance, of which we never did see one today, which I'm happy about, but also slightly disappointed. But this was one of the coolest things I've ever done in my life. Not only conquering a huge fear of mine, which is heights, which is basically my only fear, along with the fer-de-lance, but then seeing the remains of a Maya person who was sacrificed during the collapse of the classical period, when all the kingdoms are falling apart, and to see it in situ, in the place that it was placed over 1,000 years ago. Just amazing. That was definitely one of the craziest, coolest things I've ever done in my life.
I made it.
Well prepared for future expeditions into the heart of Belize to go down even deeper dry cenotes. Everybody say hello.
Sorry, amigo. What's
Yeah, all of us.
I'm Luke Caverns, I'm an American explorer, and if you'd like to see more videos of me out in the field exploring the ancient world, well, please like and subscribe for more.
continue.